Hi. Third time's a charm. Hope you can see me this time. I can't believe this is the third time attempt today, folks, and look at it, it's taken me half an hour. I said I'd be here at 8 and it's 8:30. Unbelievable. But there you go, the wonders of technology, hey? Well, we'll see if this time is any better than the last, because at least, you know what happened last time? I was speaking for about 10-15 minutes, and probably more, and then I realised that after I said, oh well, no one seems to be around, I'll just go, and lo and behold, I realised that I had my privacy settings to private instead of public, so no one could see me. Clever, hey? Oh well, shit happens, as they say. Never mind. Ah dear. So, another beautiful weekend here. I guess for if you're in the States, it's still Friday night. Or Friday afternoon, probably. Be looking forward to your weekend, and mine has already started. And I don't have to work. Yay! I have to work about one Saturday a month. So that's not too bad. And this ain't one of them. It's a lovely Saturday, lovely cloudless sky outside. The light that you can see on me is from the window directly in front of me, and it's blowing a bit, probably a bit too breezy for me to fly a Phantom if I were to want to go out and do that this morning. Now this is telling me my stream health's not all that good. I don't know what that's about, whether that means yeah, I don't know. It's a bit odd. Should be green where I can see it on the live stream, but no, it does say live, but it's orange, or amber should I say. I wonder if I change the settings down in the output settings. Maybe I've got the output settings wrong. Let's see if I can change that. What if I go to 1500? See if that. Wonder if this makes a difference. I changed my video bitrate to 1500. It was on 2000. If that makes a difference. We'll see, because when you use the OBS software, it does take a while. There's about a 20-second delay from when I speak to when you actually see me, so still on amber at the moment. Oh, I see, Ariel Burns is there. Hi, g'day, how are you going? Nice to see you. Burns Ariel, should I say? My apologies. What are you up to? I guess it's Friday night where you are. Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you very much for asking. Definitely looking forward to my weekend, as I'm sure you are. Is it Friday night over there? We've had our Friday night. I had to work till 7 PM. But you get that. It sounds like I had to work late, but in point of fact I didn't actually start until what time did I start? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I had the whole morning off. So I gather you oh, NPR, g'day, how you going? Glad to see you here. Finally got my live stream working. This is my third attempt, you guys. It's hard to believe. NPR, say good day to Burns Ariel. Yeah, you two guys are the first to join the chat, and I had 2 attempts before and I stuffed both of them up. I thought they were going live and they actually weren't, so yay. Friends of Brad, good on you. Well, that's good to know. He's, yeah, I'm sure you saw that video that Brad and I made, and yeah, it was good to do a collab with him. Never been to Chicago, in fact, never been to the States, but hopefully that won't be the same forever. It'd be nice to be able to get over there some point. So, you both fly Phantoms, do you? Forgive me if I should already know that, but good, glad you saw the video. It's definitely good to do some collabs. I've actually got 2 more in the pipeline coming up in the weeks to come. I think it really does help to get to know your fellow subscribers. Oh, you've got an Autel. Okay. Yeah, and you've got the P3 standard NPR, same as me. Yeah, love that. Now, that Autel does look good though. Certainly seen people flying that one, and yeah, I think they're about the same from memory, although does yours have a 4K? Because the P3 standard doesn't do 4K, sadly. You want a 4K, you have to actually pay a bit more money. You like the orange? Okay, fair enough. I'm definitely a bit bored with my white Phantom. I've actually wondered about getting a skin for it. Yeah, 4K, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to get a Phantom 4 Pro. Did you see they've actually yesterday or the day before, DJI put out a Phantom 4 in black, or what do they call it? O, starts with O. No, I can't remember now. Obsidian, that's it, that's the word. I knew it'd come to me sooner or later. Yeah, it's matte black. Probably look better and be more visible in the sky. I guess that orange Autel looks pretty good in the sky. Yeah, Obsidian, there you go. Yeah. Apparently there's not a whole lot of difference with that one other than the colour though. You'd think they would have added some other features. I saw they if you're following my Facebook page, Aussie Mark Flies Drones, you would have seen that video I put up about that. Hey Moz, how you going, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I was just saying with the DJI put that Obsidian coloured Phantom 4 Pro up. I don't think it's any difference, although I'll have to re-watch that video I posted on my Facebook page. Yeah. Have a look at, I've got the link down in the description, Burns Ariel. If you want to just click on it, you'll be able to go over to that page. It's basically where I post drone news, you know, anything that I found. Occasionally I'll post my own videos there, but as a general rule it's just drone news from around the world, interesting drone news. Sometimes not such good drone news if they're, you know, in the case of people shooting down drones or figuring out ways to block the drones from flying. I see there's a radar gun that you can buy now, and did you see that video online where some guys fires a net at drones? That's a bit ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, I agree, Moz. Seeing, you reckon that black's harder to see or easier to see? I reckon it'd be easier to see, surely. Have to be. I don't know why they ever went with white in the first place, really. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, there are people who've actually painted their drones, but I'm sure that has to affect, has to affect the ability of the compass and the GPS. It even concerns me putting those skins on the Phantoms that they do, whether that would affect anything. But yeah, anyway, time will tell. Yep, exactly, Burns Ariel, I agree. Not sure why people don't like people flying drones. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody says that it's an invasion of privacy, and if you break the rules and fly too close to people, yeah, of course it can be an invasion of privacy. And I guess you've all seen drones flying too close to people, or prying on some girl sunbaking in a bikini on a rooftop or something. But yeah, it's definitely not a something that most people do. Anyone with any sense would realise that you don't invade people's privacy. And of course, the other reason they hate it is because they're concerned about unqualified drone flyers maybe crashing into their house or their car, or failures of drones. So best to stay away from people and houses, I guess, if you possibly can. Yeah, I saw those eclipse videos, Burns Ariel. That was interesting. The ranger made you stop. Okay. Yeah, why? They've got to give you a reason if they want you to stop. We're lucky here. We're allowed to fly in national parks here in Australia. But yeah, I mean, if the individual park ranger at a park were to come and ask me to stop, I guess I'd just take it down. There's some people saying on the internet about parks that you actually you're only allowed to fly over a national park, but you can't actually take off or land there. But I actually wrote to our national park people. I don't know what it's like over there in the States. I think individual parks have a say over where you guys are. Certainly seen some signs saying no drone flying in national park areas. But yeah, I wrote to national parks here, as I said, and they actually sent me back an email saying they can't see any reason why you couldn't, as long as we obey all of the rules for the federal authority. So yeah, I guess that's smart a reason as any. So yeah. Yeah, where you take off from shouldn't matter. You're right, it shouldn't matter. As long as you're, within, again, with obeying the federal regulations, we have to be 30 metres away from people who aren't, part of our group. So I guess that means you don't take off when you're standing in a crowd, obviously, just in case something goes wrong and it goes sideways. But yeah, other than that, where you take off from shouldn't matter. As long as you're 5k's from the airport, well, that's what it's like in Australia. Or, we're not allowed to fly at night, and I see an awful lot of night flyers too, so. Oh yeah, on a special occasion like that eclipse, I mean, I wonder how many eclipse excuse me, I wonder how many eclipse videos there are online taken from drones. There has to be thousands and thousands and thousands of them. Be a hell of a lot of competition. Yeah, Moz, you're right, that CASA app is great. I use it very regularly, not only to check but for where I am, to make sure that I can fly okay, but I mean, I use it to plan where I'm going to fly next. Obviously, staying outside of that 5k area is definitely something you want to do, and there are different height restrictions. I don't know what it's like in the state, but I'm sure you know, Moz, there's places where you can only fly to 90 metres instead of 120 metres. So definitely means obeying all those rules. I know where we are here, there's an army base, and there's a restricted area near the army base. Obviously you can't fly very close to the army base, but there's a restricted area where it's 90 meters from, you've got only allowed to fly 90 meters high, and that's because they've got army helicopters coming and going. So yeah, and obviously we know you see an aircraft in the sky, particularly a helicopter, you bring that bird of yours down. We don't want any more hassles than we already have with our drone pastime. Yeah, you can't afford another one, Burn Cereal. I agree with that, mate. It's definitely an expensive hobby. If you've been following any of my videos for a while, you'll know I'm actually on my second Phantom 3 standard this year. So that's, I stuffed the first one, drone pilot error, put it into the drink, but yeah, I thought when it went in, oh, that's it, I can't afford another one. I'm not even going to, broach the subject of buying another one. But my lovely wife realised how much of a passion it was for me and encouraged me to look around and get a second one. Hallelujah for that. Filters, no, I actually don't use filters. But gee, I see a lot of people saying that they should, that we should use the filters, especially on a sunny day. Obviously I do a lot of post-edit work on my videos, but I'm definitely going to have to get some filters. I think getting a polarized filter, especially where I live, where it's sunny so much of the time, it seems to make a good difference. Do you pardon me, do you use filters, Moz? I'm sort of, I don't know, I'm quite happy with the way things are at the moment with my videos, but I'm sure I could probably improve them with filters. So be looking at that. There's a whole different varieties, but like anything, you get what you pay for, don't you? Oh, okay. So Brad put you onto them. I'll have to see where, unless you can tell me where you got yours from, Burns Ariel. I might have to have a look, see where you got yours from and how much they are and what have you. I've got a couple of places bookmarked for when I do end up buying one. $40 isn't too bad, although $40 for you is about $60 over here, probably more. And yeah, anyway, it's all money, isn't it? This hobby of ours seems to be a never-ending story of people buying things and buying things to make video with, lighting and tripods for cameras if you're going to do that kind of thing, or if it's just to do with drones, buying extra bits and pieces of equipment. It's about time I actually bought new props, so that's probably a smart thing to do, is to replace your props every so often. Oh, thanks. If you can, pop a link in, that would be awesome. I was thinking, well, I don't think I spent too much more money. The last thing decent amount of money I spent on my actual drone. I mean, I spent money recently on tripods and things, but the last bit of money I spent on my drone was getting another battery. Batteries don't come cheap, as you all know. But they are what they are. They do a good job, and those cheap knockoff import ones there seem to be a lot of people having problems with those. I must admit, I didn't get a brand DJI branded one, but one of my subscribers put me onto a place in Hong Kong, and yeah, got a in fact, I made a video of me driving out to pick it up. You probably remember seeing that. And yeah, it's been working perfectly. So I have 2 batteries. You got a problem with wedgies, Moz? That's not good. Yeah, we don't have too many wedge tails here. Well, we don't have too many wedge tails in Townsville itself. But yeah, if we head out west, if I go out Charters Towers Way or somewhere like that, there's definitely wedgies around, and yeah, I've certainly seen them eating roadkill on the roads heading west out into the country. Yeah, I do not want to be taking a hit from a wedge-tailed eagle. I used to live in Cloncurry. I don't know if you know where that is, Moz. Out near the Isa. I'm sure Burns Ariel doesn't know where that is. It's about 1,000 k's west of here. And yeah, there were wedgies around all the time out there, but I didn't fly drones back then. So yeah, that would have definitely taken it out. We have a lot of kites and smaller hawks in Townsville, and definitely experienced them coming near. Oh geez, I'm stumbling over my words. Haven't actually been attacked by any, although I have had quite a few fly very close. And I remember before I flew drones, I used to fly an RC, one of those RC Easy Glide foam glider things that had a camera on it, and I was flying it one day at a school oval, and there were half a dozen hawks that just came alongside from behind and flew with it, and I had an absolute beauty of a day. It was awesome flying with these birds. I felt like I was part of their flock. I came home, told the missus, and yeah, I was buzzing for 24 hours after that. It just was unbelievable. I don't know why that happened that day. Maybe they were just planning on attacking, or maybe it was a gang of them gonna leap on my bird, but they didn't, and didn't get a whole lot of good footage though out of that, unfortunately. It was one of those cases of just enjoy the experience at the time, because the birds were flying alongside and I only had a camera that was pointed forward. Yeah, it's just a story to tell. There you go. Now, birds are definitely a problem, and you've seen that. I'm sure you guys have seen that video online of the is it in the States or Russia or somewhere where they're actually training birds to take down drones. I mean, I reckon that's a con. I reckon they just train one bird to actually just to make a viral video, and you've had a problem with hawks too, have you, Burns? Okay, yeah. Did they actually attack yours? Oh, you were close to the nest. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a bugger. Yeah, it'd be good to fly up close to the nest though and see if there's any eggs or hatchlings in there, but you'd want to do that when the parents are away from the nest, I guess. There's a couple of places near here where there's those big high voltage towers, and they've got huge eagle nests right up in the top of them. You can see all the sticks and things. Be great if I was a big game to get close to those, but yeah, with the high voltage, no, I think I'll pass. It's definitely not a smart move to go fry your drone on the high voltage lines, that's for sure. But yeah, I guess the parent birds are going to get pretty protective if you get too close to the nest. Yeah, you would have dropped it pretty fast. Yeah, you'd want to get out of there, that is for sure. I'm not Not a fan of disturbing the birds if I don't have to, although you know, they're certainly smart enough to move out of the way. But yeah, would have been good to see. I don't have too many birds in my videos, although I do recall, I don't know if you guys saw that video I posted to spot the kangaroo and the kookaburra. Remember that one? There's a very brief flash where I'm just going up past some trees and there's a kookaburra sitting in the fork of the tree. So that's probably the only bird I've got in my videos that I can think of. I have to, yeah, don't think I've got any other birds in mine. But yeah, flying with, I've seen videos with people flying in the country. Hey Richard, how you going, mate? Welcome. Yeah, I was just saying, I've seen videos of the people in the country in the United States flying with ravens and crows and things. It's definitely, you know, they get out of the way pretty damn quickly, and I guess it's a good way to get, it's like having a scarecrow, isn't it? Trying to chase the birds off the crops. Yeah, I don't think anybody's hit the ravens or the pigeons or anything like that. Richard, I'll catch up with you and on Messenger a little bit later. Hey, I got your message on your email. Thanks. So yeah, Richard, I don't know if you know the other guys who are here at the moment. There's Moz from Australia and Burns Ariel. Where are you from, Burns Ariel? I'm pretty sure you're in the States, but you didn't say exactly where. Definitely a good for people to catch up with each other. I don't know if any of you guys are subscribed to each other's channels, but I'd be great as part of the community here if we could subscribe to one another's channels. Burns Ariel and Moz and Richard Parmesano. Hey, I got it right. I always keep saying some other pronunciation of your surname, Richard. Sorry for that, mate. But yeah. So yeah, good to subscribe to each other's channels and build a community that way. Certainly not. Oh, yeah, of course you are. You told me that. Duh, Burns, Chicago. You said you're a friend of Brad's. How'd I forget that? That's what happens when you get grey hair. See, you get a bit long in the tooth, and you start. Well, that's what I'm blaming it on anyway. Either that or too much drinking in my younger days. Oh well. Yeah, and stumbling over my words as well. So, but live streaming will do that to you when my videos. Oh, good on you, Burns. Excellent. Thanks. Yeah, stumbling over your words is something I probably do in all my videos, but you guys don't see it because I do tend to chop out some of the ums and some of the second takes. You'd be surprised how many takes you do. If you talk to video, talk to camera, you end up with a lot of outtakes. I keep deleting my outtakes, but I think probably I should keep them and do a bloopers reel, because that seems to be something that people find funny. So yeah, Burns, I know you just started your channel, mate. That's why I was hoping these the other guys in the chat here would actually subscribe to you to try and assist you to build up a bit further. And yeah, I mean, I know Brad's going to give you some good advice over there as well. If you guys haven't subscribed to Brad's channel yet, Brad Simons, I know he's not here at the moment, but he's the guy I did that collab video with on the 3 editing softwares. He's definitely a bloke worth checking up on. So yeah, somebody else. I'm not a big fan of you know, giving shout outs to heaps of people who aren't here, but of course, you know, when you do collabs with people, you get to know them a bit better, as I hope you guys are getting to know me a little bit better along the way. And yeah, forgive my memory if I say or ask questions that I asked before. People will tell you that I definitely have a memory. Oh, what happened then? I heard a noise. I don't know if you guys heard that. I hope I didn't drop out. No, it looks like I'm still live streaming. Oh, good on you, Richard. Subscribing to Burns. That's excellent. Appreciate that. It's definitely a good. These live chats are good. I'm going to have to see if we can organise a live chat where like a Google Hangout one where other people with webcams can actually come on board so we can see each other rather than just you guys see me. I mean, I know I'm a beautiful face, but yeah, to be able to see each other rather than you guys just see me would be good, and for me to be able to hear your voices. I've sent off a request to a drone in the UK that I hope to collab with in the near future, and if I've heard his voice on videos, and he has a great plumb British voice, so that's definitely going to be interesting to hear him and I with my dinky die Australian accent at his plumb British voice. I'm not even going to try and do a British voice, even though you guys know, or some of you anyway, will know that many years ago I was actually born in the UK. So I was not I'm not a fair income Aussie, I guess you'd say. Fair income is a word some of you won't be familiar with, but yeah, it's definitely not a I was born in the UK and emigrated when I was 12, so that means I've been here for 45 years. Yeah, 45 years, wow. You're not good looking enough, Burns. Hey, you reckon you're not good looking enough? Hey, I mean, this old ugly mug is not exactly pretty to look at, but you know, you get what you're given, and you make the best of it. So we'll see. It's yeah. It takes a while to build up your comfort level to appear on YouTube videos. I went through a phase of probably a year where I didn't appear on a video at all because I just thought, oh, who the hell wants to see me? But you know, you get over that, I suppose. Oh, good on you, Moz. Excellent. Thanks for doing that, mate. Yeah, I have tried Litchi, Moz. In fact, I only use Litchi at the moment. I gave the DJI Go app away. Do any of you others use Litchi? It's definitely I prefer it for sure. Haven't done too many waypoint missions, just a few test ones that I haven't bothered posting online. Are you putting that video up, Moz, I presume? Burns, yeah, you're probably not familiar with Litchi, but Litchi is just an app that you can buy. Costs about $25–30, something like that, depending on where you live. And it's a replacement for the DJI Go app. And the reason why I like it is for features like the waypoint, particularly the waypoint and the orbit features. In the waypoints in DJI Go, you probably aren't familiar with this, but you actually have to fly the mission or the route you want to take first, and then you log the waypoints. You know, you actually record them as you're flying, so that you can fly that mission again just by hitting the fly button in your waypoint mission, and it'll repeat exactly the same flight path. So that's great, but seems a bit pointless to repeat the same flight path unless you're planning to re-record something at a later date when there's changes. But in Litchi, you can just open the Litchi app and you can plan your waypoint mission, which means plan points where you're going to fly to, the height you're going to fly at, whether you want to do a curve on the between waypoints, or just actually go to the waypoint, turn and move on to the next one. You can stop at a waypoint and take a photo and then continue on. You can program all of these things in with Litchi, and then yeah, it means that you can also allow your drone to fly to places where there's not, you know, you can't necessarily see, and it'll just continue on using its GPS, and as long as you put the last waypoint back near you, it'll finish back where at the point that you programmed it to. So I really like Litchi for the waypoint and the orbit as well. In the orbit function in DJI Go, you end up with the same situation where you've actually got to fly over the top of where you want to orbit, mark that point, then fly back the distance away you want, and then go around it. Whereas with Litchi, you can actually just yeah, you can tell it where you want to fly around, what it is you want to fly around, how far away and how high you want it to fly around. Then it'd go and it'll fly over to that spot and start doing a circle until you tell it to stop. So that's Litchi. Oh, what? Oh, hey, Brad, I didn't even realise you were here. How you going? Yeah, I know you can't use the f-stop, mate. Yeah. Good to see you here, Brad. Nice to see my collab mate joining me in the chat room. Yeah, good advice, Richard, about the elevation when using Litchi. You definitely have to, yeah, if you do it on DJI Go, at least you know it's safe. Whereas if you haven't flown it before, you've just got to make sure you are very careful of where you are so you don't end up running into a tree or something. Totally agree with that. Yeah, surveying the area, Moz, smart idea. Check out any you know, any telephone wires, trees, anything that's going to possibly be in the way if you're going to do that orbit. Yeah. So definitely I like Litchi for that, those two features. I don't know what else you guys reckon about Litchi. It's probably, does it only work with the DJI products, or could Burns use it for his Autel as well? What do you think? No, I certainly didn't notice the histogram, Brad, coming and going. I don't, can't say I actually noticed it particularly, but then I don't tend to use the histogram. I don't really look at it all that much, so. Oh, sorry, Richard, didn't you hear me on that one, mate? I was just asking if you thought that Burns, who flies an Autel, could use the Litchi app for that. Yeah, possibly, Brad. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I need to actually look into using that histogram more. It's not a feature that I generally take much notice of, to be honest with you. We're waiting for another video from you, Brad. I don't know when your next one's going to be posted, but I'll look forward to it. I certainly watch them all. I hope you guys also put in are using that bell feature, you know, the notification feature on YouTube for each other's, so that you know. There's nothing worse than missing somebody's videos when they put an absolute cracker up, and you know, you don't notice it till weeks later. Everybody else has commented and you feel like you missed out, been cheated somehow. So yeah, if any one you subscribe to that you think that puts up regular videos, I strongly recommend you use that notification feature. Oh, of course. Is that only this week, Brad? I can't believe that it was only been a week ago. Yeah, amazing. Now that'd be good to see you two guys flying together, Burns. Brad, what do you reckon about that Litchi app? Could Burns use that with his Autel or not? Oh, good on you, Richard. Glad to see you doing a waypoint mission tomorrow. It's not a you haven't posted too many videos lately. I know you said you've been really busy with work, and I understand that. I've been kind of fortunate and unfortunate in as much as I had reduced hours for a while now at work, which gives me a bit of extra time that I've been spending on making videos and YouTubes and flying and things. Oh, okay, the Autel's not open, Brad. Fair enough. Yeah, Richard, I'll be looking forward to seeing that boat of yours flying through the water again. Yeah, definitely look forward to all of your videos. Did you see, I guess you guys would have seen my aerial footage from the Lucinda Sugar Wharf that I put up the other day. My wife and I went up last weekend to do that one, and we shot, I say we because she was there, but I shot that one that I've uploaded on one battery, and then we moved to a different location and I shot a second video. So generally when I go somewhere, I'll try and fly both batteries and then make 2 videos out of it, at least if I can. And I've saved a second, even though I finished the second one as well. I definitely put in a program it, schedule it to be released. So I've got my second one being scheduled for release tomorrow morning. So there'll be another flight video up tomorrow. The car dealership, Brad, that's interesting. I presume that's a paid job rather than a than just for the sheer love of it. Good on you. You're going places, Brad, aren't you, with that being able to actually make $1 from your drone. I guess we all want to do that. How awesome would it be if some of us could make a living from just flying drones? Absolutely paid. Of course. Duh. As if you wouldn't. "6:12 p.m. over there, Richard. Eh? It's 9:12 a.m. in the morning here, so it's not the day's not long started, should I say? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, Brad, go on, do a video on that. 2 videos in the works, Brad. Good on you. I'm not a, you know, as I said, I usually try and keep a couple, you know, planning or in the process, much like you, try and get a couple of videos in progress, be it having flown them or making a tutorial